Hello, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. In this message video, I wanna stress about how important it is to be calm, to be kind. Now, you see, I'm from Haiti. Look who's talking. It took me years, and I still have moments, but I'm still working on it, where I learned to be calm, I learned to be kind, I learned to be stoic. The problem with this world is they take your kindness for weakness. Just because you're calm, just because you're not yelling, you're not cursing, they think they can just run over you. That's actually the problem with the world. That's why you have some people who do the opposite, who are loud, rude, and sometimes the irony is they are the weaker people. So I know I was talking fast. I mentioned the word stoic. Gentlemen, learn how to be stoic. That's something I'm practicing myself. Let me give you an example. At work, as I said, I've been practicing by staying calm, by staying, kind. There's a gentleman at work, my supervisor. I got a new position where I end up working, with him, under him, at UPS, it's called a tender position. So for the first month or two, I was new up there. And I try to take it into consideration that sometimes when people talk to you, well, I'm not trying to make reason, but they may not think they've been rude. They may not think, I don't know. They may not think that's how they sound, but the way you take it, listen to it, sound as them being rude, belittling you. Anyway, let me give you an example. So, and he's a younger cat. And so my job is, because it's like a new automated system. Basically, boxes will be flying by, and then if a box is too big, it's damaged or anything, I have to take it out. Okay, but also, well, in my area, there's 10 people. There's 10 different lines. The conveyor belt kind of they kind of to all of us, well, at least 3 of us. So if I see a box, 2 other people before me or after me gonna see it. So he be like, hey, this is the 3rd time the box keep coming around. You have to take it off. That was his tone. And he always talk like that, but this time, I wouldn't say I brought character, but I had to speak up. I was like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. And technically speaking, you're not even supposed to be working. At UPS is a world where manager or management not supposed to be working. Every day you come here, I'm watching you work and stuff like that. Not that I don't appreciate the help, but it's just that it's in the contract. You're not even supposed to be working, and then you getting on me about a box that other people, you keep saying that, yo, this box keep coming around. I'm not picking it. I'm like, yo, there's other people who's seen the same box I'm seeing, I'm starting to feel targeted, And then I told him, I was like, look, I could basically file a complaint, on you for working. And on the other area, everybody's by themselves. Everybody on their cell phone chilling. Granted, my area is the busiest lane. So even before me, he used to always be in that lane. But I don't like how you breathing down my neck where everybody else is kind of like solo. I want to be solo, okay? I've been here 2 months now. Well, on that area, I was like, yo, why should I talk to me? Now, I never, since then, I never had a problem with him. I mean, he'll come by, like he'll do any other lane, but he's not bothering me no more. And I am relieved. But before we got there, he used to always talk to me like it, but I used to always like, trying to reason. I'm like, maybe that's his language, maybe that's how he talking. I'm new up here, you know what I'm saying? That's how I let it slide. Okay, it's been like 2-3 months now, so I had to let him know, like, yo, why should I talk to me? But sadly, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart to even had to do that. I don't know if it's the title that got to his head. I'm like, yo, it's not a big deal. If I miss a box or two, it's not a big deal because it's gonna keep coming around, and there's other people who's like, the box don't just come from the sky. To me, it come from somebody else who ignore it, who's not doing their job, and now you get on me for that. But that's kind of life. That's a life lesson. It's not just him. It's not a UPS problem. It's not a manager problem. It's a human. It's life. It's something we're gonna go through. I was on the trip with my kids at Atlanta. I took a picture. I was going to take a picture of my kid. I came prepared. I had my own little selfie stick, a little tripod. And then, I'm over here pressing the timer to 1 and take the picture with my kids. And then there was a couple that was like, we'll take your picture if you take mine. I was like, okay, thank you. I got up there, they took my picture. And then they got up there, they took their picture. Then there's a big line. And I'm like, okay, I cannot do everybody's picture, guys. I'm with my kids. Like I had to let them know, like, yo, I can do 1 or 2, but then I'm not here for that. Then of course I'm wood now. I'm the bad guy. So they're saying, don't let them take your kindness for weakness. This is a relationship channel. Let's talk about relationship, especially for men. See, what people from the outside say is never what. Sometimes it is, yes. You're a simp. But sometimes it's not. So you see a man, his wife is just yapping at him, blah, 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 blah. And how come he doesn't leave, blah, blah, blah. What is he putting up with her? He's cooking something. There are situations where he's weak, he don't want to leave, he's scared to lose her. And there are situations where the timing is not good right now. There are women who take kindness, good men. They be like, oh, he's good, I can run over on him. But you can be savage and be kind. Like me. The new me that I'm working on is not to be angry all the time. It's not to be rude. It should be basically, like I said, stoic. I don't like to come here make it sound like I'm a woman hater. No, I love women. Nobody loves women more than me. Do I like Do I dislike the way women do towards men? Yes. I dislike that very much. I have a zero tolerance. My tolerance is, you know, very thin when it comes down to BS from anybody. I'm downtown. I work downtown. I take pictures for the bins. There was a group of guys. They was like, yo, take our picture. And I was like, I'm really here for the bin. And I was like, all right, give me $20. I was like, okay, bye. I didn't even want to do it. That's not even, you know, I don't want to force myself to do something I don't want to do just to please you. And that's a line. I need to write that down. So in concluding, be nice, be kind, you know, to each other, of course. But sadly, we live in a world where they use that against you. Instead of appreciation you, they use that against you. They make it seem like a form of weakness. Being nice today. Being kind. Till the next video, gents.